Man, there are some mistakes you should never make in your life, and that is allowing somebody to influence who you marry. So this Ghanaian man who was dating this Zimbabwean girl in the UK here. So everything was going fine, not until he decided to travel to Ghana to go and introduce this lady to his family. So when he went there, the family said, no, 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 you can't marry this Zimbabwean one because she's not from Ghana. The guy was like, but we've been together for, the family said, no, you can't. Go and marry a Ghanaian lady, find a Ghanaian lady, or you are in Ghana here already, we can look for a wife for you. This guy went back to the UK disappointed, but he didn't tell this lady that this is what his family was saying. So before you know what, gradually he started withdrawing himself, and the Zimbabwean lady was like, oh, baby, what's happening now? These few days you've been trying to avoid me. The guy said, no, he's just reflecting. And before you know what, he was introduced to a lady in Ghana, whom he secretly went to Ghana, went and got engaged to this lady, and then he came back. So when he came back, finally, he was able to sever himself from the UK lady, Zimbabwe lady. He said, you know what, I don't think this relationship can work. The lady felt heartbroken. She cried, she begged, but the guy said, no, I think I can't continue. So the lady went her way, and this guy and the Ghanaian lady, they were doing their things. But the guy said he wanted the Ghanaian lady to come to Ghana. But the lady said she doesn't want to come to Ghana, that she prefers staying with family members. And the guy was like, how can you? People are dying to come to the UK. You don't want to come? Before you know it, she got the first pregnant for the guy. And then everything was fine. She got the second baby. Everything was going fine. The guy was like, why don't you want to come and live with me? Because she wants him to come, to keep coming to Ghana like 2, 3 times in a year, as much as the guy can. So because he works with the agency, he makes so much money. So one of those times, he decided to say, okay, the lady decided to say, I want to come visit with my 2 children. And the guy was very happy because that was what he has been waiting for. Booked a flight. The first one was rejected. He appealed, and then he finally came to Ghana. Immediately, the lady came to Ghana. She was like, man, she came to UK. She was like, this place is interesting. I don't want to go back again. The guy was like, okay, that please, can you convert my visiting visa to a spousal visa? The guy was like, this is going to be difficult too, but because you're already here in the country, and most of the times, I don't know how it works. So the guy said, don't worry, we'll try and do it. While she was here, within that time she was here, this guy will go to work. She's at home. She'll be making call with a name called Jane every time. And the guy will ask her, who is this Jane? Say, oh, she's my childhood friend. She's my classmate. We're very close. She's my best friend. And the guy was like, okay, wow, that's nice. Sometimes a relationship can be that strong. One of those days he came from work and he still met this Jane talking. And this Jane, she was on call with this man's wife. And he was hearing a man's voice. And the guy was like, baby, what's happening now? You've really left me in Ghana. And now you're enjoying yourself with that your useless man in the UK. When are you coming back? And the lady she was on loudspeaker, not knowing that the husband has come. And the man, she was like, I'm just waiting. Once I get my stay here, I'll just find a way to push this man away. And because while she was doing that, she never liked the man, but because he was living in the UK, he's almost in his 50s, she's in her 30s. So she felt the man was too old for her. She was telling the other boyfriend of her, like, this man is too old, and you are a young man, we can do life together. I don't think I'll be able to. I'm just with him because of what I'll be able to sort out. And once I sort out, I'll find a way to bring you. This guy was shocked when he heard that. And immediately, he didn't confront her at first. He decided to pipe low and decided to do his investigation. He got the number of this supposed Jane, who is the boyfriend to his wife, and gave it to his sister in Ghana to call. When the sister called, she confirmed that it's a man who, is having something to do with his wife. And then one of those days, he came back again. This lady was still on call with this Jane. That was where he just sparked. He lost it. He came to her. He said, so you've been lying to me. This Jane you say is your friend is actually your boyfriend. The lady was denying. And he even asked her, these children, are they really even mine? Say, yes, they are children. Are they mine? Say, not knowing that the man had gone behind her to go and do DNA tests on those 2 children. And guess what? 99.9%, the 2 children are not his own. Possibly they belong to that guy in Ghana. That's where this guy sparked. Before you know what, held her in the neck, used electric iron, hit her on the head. She fell down, became unconscious. He was just running mad because he thought she had died. The children are there. One of them is even 13 years, and one of them is about 9 years. The first one is about 9 years. Before you know what the child will do is what they are taught to do in school: call the police. While the dad went upstairs, was hitting his head on the wall, trying to injure himself. This child had called the police. Police came in, and before you know what, they held the man because they thought he had mental issues. He was detained in a mental hospital, and after a while, he was discharged and was asked that he is fit to face trial. He was brought before the court, and then they asked him. They said, "You knew what you were doing, even though whatever has happened, you shouldn't have gone to that extent." So the judge said he should prepare for a long sentence. So he's due to be sentenced possibly in the next coming month, and there's every likelihood he might spend 15 years in jail. Luckily, the lady didn't die, but it has severed their relationship and all of that. So please, when this Zimbabwean lady, when we had opportunity to hear from her, she said she loved this guy. This guy never deserved this kind of thing, but he listened to family, and this is the result of it. He will end up in jail. Someone who had never committed any crime in the UK. This is how his life will end. She cried and cried and said she still loved the man, but he has destroyed his own life with his own hand. So before you listen to family and friends, before you get persuaded, before you push away your own decision which you feel is okay, it's good you seek direction. And sometimes it's good to go with your heart. Don't listen to family and friends. They will not live with the woman with you. They won't stay with the woman with you. It is you and your wife. Don't listen to family and friends sometimes, because it's not the best for you. Share this video if you found value, and don't forget to subscribe. Follow our page for more diaspora stories like this. Cheers.